Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Tyler from House of Cards TCG, and today I'm bringing you a combo tutorial with one of my favorite decks that I'm going to be playing this format, and that is Springans. So I fell in love with Springans with the new release of the Tally-Ho Springans. So Tally-Ho Springans came out, and that card just was busted. When I read that, and I saw that it was a Rhoda, plus a Soul Charge, plus it provides follow-up, I was mind blown. So I dove into this deck, and I found a few struggles with the deck, right? So I found that putting up the first turn board is really good, but I had to figure out going second and how to play in this format. And at the time when I was building this deck, Tearlaments was still a really popular deck, and it was almost impossible, right? But now that Tearlaments is kind of been pushed down a little bit, we are looking forward to the Kashtira format. And the reason why I love this deck so much is you could play two cards in your main deck: Lava Golem, Sphere Mode. And those cards are insane, and you could main both those cards. So the Kashtira board is basically, you're gonna break it every time. So right now there's a Philly regional that I'm gonna be taking this deck to. I will be providing you a deck profile, so make sure to like and subscribe. Most importantly, subscribe for us, support the channel, as we're gonna be increasing our editing and doing a lot more to really push the channel and really dive into this format. As you guys know, I do a lot of rogue decks. I took a Sun Avalon Therion Adventure deck to the YCS in Hartford and made it to day 2 with that deck, and this deck reminds me a lot of that deck. So if you get a chance, subscribe. You'll have the deck profile once I get the cards in a few days, and we're going to be taking this next Saturday to the Philly regional, and we're going to see how we do with it. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Springans Adventure Therion, and let me show you the combos that go along with this that make your first turn board unbreakable. All right, guys, getting right into it. So I do know, what you're looking at here is kind of a 3-card combo, but listen, hear me out, okay? This is not a 3-card combo. This is just access to right with the field spell and Rocky, and the board that you can create based on that. So we have different ways. I play Pot of Prosperity in this deck. Again, I'm still tweaking the deck. I'm not 100%, and that's why I'm not dropping the profile yet. But I'm just going to show you the combo that lets you go this first turn board and why this board is incredible. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with the right of our Ramasir. You know how this works. We're bringing out a token, and then that's going to go ahead and grab us our Fateful Adventurer. And now here, obviously, you get to take a look at where I'm at with the deck. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in the hand. Obviously, we know that that gets activated. And then what we're going to do is you would obviously go for the declare this. You would grab yourself the Griffin. And the reason why I like the Adventure Engine, see, I love to not play the Adventure Engine, and I think that when Ancient Fairy Dragon comes out March 10th, this deck is going to actually evolve a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because you're going to be able to provide a negate with the Regulus up front versus having to right now do the Adventure Engine. Of course, the Adventure Engine can get a little bulky, but that's why I have it limited, kind of like 2 and 2 right now. I'm looking for so I have it limited to like 2 and 2 because I don't want to open too much of it. But the Adventure Engine is strong going into Kashtira, providing the bounce that it allows you to do, and it's also very strong. Well, except for the Faithful, that can get taken by the Arise Heart, and also providing that nib, because right now hand traps are going to be prevalent in this format, so you want to be able to protect yourself against nib. So the only way I found to do this right now is with the Adventure Engine. So obviously we would have discarded a card for the Griffin, and when the Griffin summons, you're going to go ahead and search the Draco back. If you have extenders in your hand or whatever, you can obviously go ahead and summon out your Merrymaker, search the Draco back, and then summon Griffin. That just makes your Merrymaker more acceptable to Ash, or you can chain block it with Faithful. For example, the next step is obviously Gold Golgonda. That brings out the XYZ Merrymaker. So then when you could do that, Merrymaker Chainlink 1, Faithful Chainlink 2 to search for the Griffin. That's if you don't have a card to discard, obviously, and you need the Draco back to discard. So that's just an option there. We can go with that, but as people will find out as you start playing this deck, they'll stop hitting Merrymaker and start hitting Sargass, because Sargass is obviously more important. But for right now, in testing, I found that people hit Merrymaker. So chain blocking it may not be the worst thing, right? So now we go ahead and activate the field spell. The field spell's effect is it discards a Springans monster, and then it special summons out an XYZ. Oh, let's just do this. Messing up just a tad here. All right, so it brings out the Merrymaker. Now you're going to activate the Merrymaker's effect, and that's going to go ahead and Foolish Burial a Springans monster. And what you're going to Foolish is you're going to go ahead and Foolish off the brothers. Now you're not going to activate brothers effect because in the combo, when you don't have the adventure engine, what you could do is you can go ahead and you could brothers bring back Rocky effects can go ahead and allow you to add brothers back to hand. You normal summon brothers, overlay that for the Gigante X, and then you can search and kind of go from there. But obviously we only have 3 main monster zones here, so we're not going to do that. And because our inboard is we need our normal summon for our inboard here. So now what we do is we're going to go ahead and attach both the Rocky and the brothers. They both have effects engraved that allows them to attach themselves to a Springans XYZ. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to overlay, move this up here, and we're going to overlay for the champion Sargas. So the reason why we're going to put this up here is because we need the main monster zones to special summon back 3. So Sargas effect is going to go ahead and activate, and that's going to go ahead and grab ourselves a Tally-Ho. Again, if you already have the Tally-Ho, this is where it's a great opportunity to search out Regulus. I do play multiple Regulus because I found that in this deck, you need to have a machine in your hand a lot of times if you get hand trapped, because Branded in High Spirits is a great extender in this deck, and Branded in High Spirits, you have to discard a machine. In order to do that, you to add another kit, because obviously normal summon kit, grab Branded in High Spirits, activate High Spirits, discard that machine, grab another kit, and then you could overlay, which I'll get into that combo. So I think that playing multiple Regulus is really good, especially when you don't open the adventure engine and you have Regulus, that still provides you that Omni Negate. So when Sargas goes ahead and grabs you the Tally-Ho, you're going to go ahead and activate it. And Tally-Ho allows you to search a Springans monster or Therion, obviously. We're going to grab Kit here. And it also, you're going to detach 3 materials for this. And when you detach the 3 materials, you need to detach when you activate before you search, FYI. So it allows you to special summon now 3 Springans monsters. We're going to go ahead and bring back the brothers, the Rocky, and we're going to special summon the Kit from hand. Now when you do this, I like to go ahead and go Chainlink 1 Kit. That's going to search Branded in High Spirits, then you have to put a card back. Chainlink 2 Rocky, you can go ahead and flip back the Merrymaker, or if you have Brenga, you could go ahead and add the Brenga back in hand. And then Chainlink 3 is going to go ahead and be the Sargas. Sargas is going to be bouncing probably the Draco back, because the Draco back you can put back with Branded in High Spirits, and then you could go ahead and search the Draco back on your opponent's turn with the Fateful, or you could bounce the Field Spell. So we're going to go ahead and bounce this. The Rocky's going to go ahead and put back the Merrymaker, because that's great in the grind game, and then you're going to go ahead and search out the Branded in High Spirits off the kit. Now mind you, obviously you need to make sure you have a machine in your hand, and so it's very easy with this deck, especially with Brenga and with other things, with Rocky adding back to hand, because you could discard any card off of the Gold Gaganda. So again, I know that we're, you know, this is hypothetical on the best hand, but it is very consistent, and I'll show you. For example, we'll do a test hand. So we're going to go ahead and brand it in High Spirits. We're going to reveal any machine that we may have, Brenga, Sargas, Rocky, any follow-up, right? Regulus, it doesn't matter. So then we're going to go ahead and discard that card. We're going to go ahead and discard that card, and then we're going to go ahead and search ourselves out another kit. Again, thinking that we have another machine. Now what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and overlay these 2 guys. That is going to go ahead and overlay for a Gear X. X effect is going to go ahead and detach. Doesn't matter what you detach. And you're going to search yourself out for the Cyberstein. And now what you're going to do is, before anything, you want to go ahead and get your Cyberstein out. You're going to take the X and the Sargas, link those off for a Platinum Gadget. Gadget effect is going to go ahead and activate. Actually, before you do that, before you do the Platinum Gadget, you want to go ahead and special summon out the kit. I apologize. And then you want to go ahead and overlay these 2 for a Granite X. It's running out of zones. Now you're going to go ahead and activate Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget's going to go ahead and bring out Cyberstein. You're going to pay 5,000 life points, and that's going to bring out the Naturia X. Granite effect's obviously going to activate, and that's going to go ahead and allow you to search out the Fossil Dino. Yes, I did say that right. Fossil Dino, that card. Now, you're probably wondering, why would I go for that, right? So we're going to go ahead and take Cyberstein. We're going to take the X. We're going to make the IP here, and then we normal summon out our Fossil Dino. Now, why this inboard is so incredible is because, one, you have unlimited spell and trap negates. So tasking is going to be insane, right? Talents are going to be insane. Most people one, aren't even playing Dark Ruler because Dark Ruler doesn't affect the Kashtira board because they still lock you out. So Dark Ruler is not even really in the format, and if it is, it's a one-of to search off tasking, right? So of course, naturally, you're going to lose to Dark Ruler. Most combo decks do, but they still have to break your board, and then you're still going to have insane follow-up because you're branded in High Spirits, which I forgot to send the sprint. So you're branded in High Spirits, is going to go ahead and have Sprint, going to search you the follow-up, which is going to be a Rocky. So you're going to have Field Spell plus Rocky going into it, plus whatever you end on going first. So absolutely broken. And then also on top of that, what is the main deck card that everybody's playing right now? Lava Golem. Lava Golem is in everybody's deck right now, including ours. But did you know that Lava Golem is a special summon monster, as well as the Kirikara card? Both those cards, Kirikara and Lava Golem, special summon themselves. So this Dyna says you can neither player can special summon monsters. You cannot get Lava Golem, you cannot get Kirikara. So now you have an Omni Negate, unlimited spell and trap negates, and if they go battle phase and beat over your Dyna, you still have an IP to go into the Appaloosa, Underworld Goddess, whatever you want to do. So on top of that, you have insane follow-up because you're always searching at end phase. With this Sprend, you're always going to go ahead and search yourself a Rocky, and that's going to be your follow-up. So now if they out your board, you easily go into a Merrymaker. You can go Merrymaker, attach all your Springans monsters to it, overlay Champion Sargass, that's 2 summons, attack, make a Zeus with 2, sometimes 3 wipes. So it's insane what this deck can do. So obviously that was a really good, full combo first turn board. We're going to go ahead and reset it, and I'll show you another combo. So obviously, first turn, crazy. But the reason why I'm saying that, it's just so consistent. Because what we do, even with this right here, is we go ahead and Prosperity. The only thing I'm really looking for here is I'm really looking for a Springans monster. So you could just mill 3. This would be the chance that I hit, right? 1, 2, and 3. Boom, you hit Springans Watch. You can either grab the Adventure, but here we're going to go ahead and grab the Springans Watch. This is why this deck is so insane, right? You go ahead and activate this. You activate Springans Watch. Springans Watch is going to go ahead and search you a Springans monster and Foolish Burial one. So what we do here is we go ahead and search out our Rocky. And then we're going to go ahead and Foolish Burial out our Brenga. And again, this is without the Adventure Engine. This is why I like playing multiple Regulus, because when you see it, it's just another Omni Negate, right? So you send that. You go ahead and activate your Gold Golgonda. You're going to go ahead and send the Rocky. That's going to bring out your Merrymaker. Now you can go ahead and activate Regulus. You can target the Brenga. You could have done this from the beginning if you want. Again, that provides you with the Omni Negate that you need. You're gonna go ahead and activate Merrymaker. That's gonna go ahead and send the brothers, and this is where you can go with the different combo like I showed you, which is actually, it worked out for this hand. So now you can either at this point, because you have Regulus, you don't have to do the combo where you bring them back and you normal summon. If I'm looking at this hand, I do believe that we still can full combo and end on Dyna, so I'm probably gonna go with that. So what that means is that we're gonna go ahead and activate Rocky and activate Brother, and then these two are gonna overlay because we're gonna attach them to our Merrymaker. And here we have the open zone, so we can leave Sargass down here. We can overlay for our Sargass. And then Sargass effect is going to activate. Now here, we already have a Tally-Ho Springans, so we don't need another Tally-Ho Springans. So we could go ahead and grab ourselves a kit. We can go ahead and grab ourselves another Rocky for follow-up, because we have Brendan High Spirits in hand. That's also going to allow us to a kit. So we could go ahead and grab ourselves any machine that we want. We could grab another Regulus if we want. Regulus is obviously pretty good here because we want to keep our Springans in hand. We can just go ahead and activate the High Spirits if we want to. That's going to send the Sprint. And then we can go ahead and ditch that, grab ourselves a kit. Now we already have a kit in hand, and we still have our Tally-Ho to activate. So we can go ahead and detach 3 materials for our Tally-Ho. And then we can search another. The other thing too, we could have Sargass bounce back the Brenga. Brenga could have used for the Brandon and High Spirits, which is actually a better play. So we're going to go ahead and do that. But we're going to go ahead and search our follow-up, which is going to be our Rocky. So again, rather than we can save this and we're going to act like we did not do the branded in high spirits yet, and I'm going to explain to you why. That kind of makes more sense. But then this, we would have to search. So then off our tally ho, we're going to search a kit, because we need a kit actually in hand to do our combo. Give or take. That's fine. All right, so tally ho activates. We detach 3 materials. That's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and special summon out our 3 monsters, which are going to be the same guys here. And then we can activate Chainlink 1. We already have a kit. Chainlink 1 is going to be Rocky, which is going to bounce back a Springans card. Chainlink 2 is going to be the Champion Sargas, targeting the Brenga. So we're going to go ahead and bounce this back to hand. Then we could go ahead and put this back to the extra deck. These go back for prosperity. And now we can go ahead and activate High Spirits, and we could send the Brenga in hand, and that can provide more follow-up to add our kit. Those go to grave, those go to grave. Again, now it's the same thing. You're just going to overlay these two. You're going to go into the Gear X. X effect's going to activate, detaching, grabbing your Cyberstein. And then you're going to go ahead and special summon out your kit. You can go ahead and overlay these two. Go for the Granite X. Granite X going to activate. This, you could, if you wanted to, you could play the Utopia package. Utopia package is really good. I don't know what I'd exactly cut for the Utopia package, but this is a good example of when you could do the Utopia, but then you don't get to your Cyberstein, because then you have to decide if you want to normal summon Cyberstein and activate the effect, or if you want to normal summon the Fossil Dyna. So again, it's the same thing. You're going to take these two. Any machine extender here, and you could go ahead and not use your Champion Sargas, but the problem is that we're not really ending on any XYZs. So that does become a problem here. We special summon out our, we'll go ahead and pay the 5,000, which we've already done. And that brings out your Nateria. Again, same thing. You take these two and you go ahead and make the IP. And you are ending on essentially the same board that you did with the first time with the Adventure Engine, but this time with your Regulus. So that's why I like playing multiple Regulus. I either want to see Regulus or I want to see the Adventure Engine. And it's really good. So show you one more combo, and that's when you open up 2 kits. 2 kit is actually also a full combo. Again, it makes you acceptable to the to Nib, and I'm just showing you how I'm able to play around Nib a lot of the times, because Nib is in everybody's deck, right? Let's not. But let's go ahead and show you what happens if we open up with the kit, and how kit can be full combo. Perfect example is this hand right here. So we did not open the field spell, but we did open up a kit, and kit is full combo. Now again, more susceptible to getting hit by a hand trap, so the Adventure Engine plus kit is ideal. Obviously we did not open it here, but going second we can hit with the Lava Golem. So here we're going to go ahead and normal summon out our kit. Kit effect's going to go ahead and activate. That's going to search us out our Branded in High Spirits, which is right here. And then we're going to go have to put one back. We'll go ahead and just put back the Griffin, I suppose. All right, we're going to go ahead and activate Branded in High Spirits. We can just reveal brothers if we want. So we're going to go ahead and send our Sprint. And then we're going to go ahead and search this out our Springans kit. And then we can go ahead and special summon out the Springans kit, because there's a Sprint in the graveyard. These two are going to overlay into our Merrymaker. So here we're hard making Merrymaker. Again, this is not ideal, but this just shows you you can still combo. Merrymaker is going to go ahead and activate, and that's going to go ahead and send out our brothers. Or, well, we can send Brenga because we have Rocky in hand. We have brothers in our graveyard, so we could just go ahead and send Brenga here. We need to attach one more material because we want to detach 3 and we want to leave Sargas with a material. So we can just go ahead and we already have kits. So actually I think it might be a better idea just to banish the Brenga, banish the brothers, go ahead and search us out our Tally Ho. Because if you don't know, Brenga can actually search any Springans card, and that's a Tally Ho Springans. This will allow us to get to a Regulus. So the only thing that we need to do is we're gonna have to take this and put over top of the Rocky. That's the only thing that is gonna be the difference, is we're gonna lose that in hand. But now what we could do is we can go ahead and overlay for our champion Sargas. Sargas can go ahead and search us out our Regulus. We still will be at 5 summons, which is unfortunate. But this is obviously trying to hard make the Merrymaker and dealing with the hand that we had. We can go ahead and grab the Regulus, special summon and attack, equipping the Sprint. So we actually do play around Nib because Champion Sargas was 5 summons, so we're still susceptible to Nib. But we go ahead and end on our Regulus here with this. Now we can go ahead and activate the Tally-Ho Springans. We're going to detach 3. We want to make sure to detach Rocky. We're going to detach the Kit, and we're going to detach the Merrymaker. That's going to allow us to search. We can go ahead and search out another Rocky for follow-up. And then we could go ahead and special summon out our Rocky. Actually, go ahead and grab this. And this should have been a Brothers or something else because we want to go into a Beast here, or 2 machines. So now we overlay these 2 Rockies. Again, same follow-up here. Into a Gear X. We detach a material. That goes into Cyberstein. Grabs that. And then we could go ahead and link off this, and we can link off our Merrymaker into our Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget's going to go ahead and special summon out the Cyberstein. Cyberstein's going to go ahead and activate, paying 5,000. And that will bring out the Naturia Exterio. And again, here what you're ending on is, oh, mind you, let me just go ahead and go to the end phase here for you a second. Because at the end phase, Sprint is going to activate. And when Sprint activates, that's going to go ahead and special out your champion Sargas, or your captain Sargas. Now, the difference on this end board here is what you're looking is you have the Omni Negate with Regulus, which kind of is going to be your protection from hand traps, Naturia Exterio, and then Sargas. What happens is you can detach a material from an XYZ you control, which is champion Sargas. That will detach this kit, and then it will go ahead and bounce a card back to the hand. So if they go ahead and try to do anything, you can just bounce a card. It's really good. And then when Sargas activates and detaches a material from champion Sargas will then be allowed to activate, which will destroy or bounce another card on field. So for example, you're going up against Sprite and they bring out 2 level 2s, right? You could go ahead and Sargas bounce one of them back to hand, which will then trigger the champion Sargas, which will then bounce or destroy another one of their cards, allowing them not to link or to go into a XYZ. So I've basically gone over a lot of the combos. Obviously this is uninterrupted, right? But this deck really does play through hand traps. I do find Regulus and the Adventure Engine being very good in this deck right now until Ancient Fairy Dragon is released, and then I think the deck is going to evolve a little more. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've really been putting a lot of time into this deck, so I'm excited to show you the deck profile. Praying, hopefully I get the cards in the next few days and I could drop my deck profile for you. Basically had a chance to see it, but this deck is really good. Going second is a Zeus Turbo. I mean, it's just so easy to go into Zeus, Merrymaker, attach all the Springans, and then overlay Zeus. Blah. It's just so good. So I hope you enjoyed it. It has a lot of board breakers. Make sure to subscribe. And if you want any other rogue decks that you want me to look at, I love playing rogue decks. So make sure to just drop those down. I'll definitely look into the deck. The next one I'm looking forward to is ABC. Obviously, Ancient Fairy Dragon coming off the list. ABC is going to be insane. I think that there's some synergy between Springans and ABC, so I'm excited to dive into that and to work on that. But for right now, I'm getting ready for the Philly Regional. This is the deck I'm going to be taking, so I'll let you know how you guys do. And this first turn board is insane. So any comments, let me know down below. Anything that I could have fixed, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day. It's been Tyler with House of Cards TCG signing out.